Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the Work Friends podcast. Thank you for tuning in another week. I am Tyler, as you know. This week, I am joined by the man with the most fun name, I think, to ever say of all time, Zachary Zumbo. What's going on, buddy? How are you?
Hey, man, I'm great. It's so good to see you again.
Yeah, it's good seeing you, too. Did you go by Zachary or Zach? I used to call you Zach. But...
I've gone by a few different names over the years.
Zumbo.
Yeah, all my college friends called me Zumbo, but I never got that in high school. I mean, people called me Z. People called me
Z's cool.
Yeah, like all sorts of like weird stuff.
Yeah.
But Zumbo seemed to have stuck, which is interesting every time I'm around my parents and my friends are in town and stuff. So they're like, "That's me. That's my name."
Cool last name. But all three of you turn around.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess we'll kind of get into like how we met. So I know that, we were in high school. You were in the IT program with me. We were at Chesterfield County. I've explained it a million times on the show, but Chesterfield County was the IT specialty program. And I know that you have always been very good at computers and IT and that sort of thing. And I know that was kind of where your career track went for a while. And, this was, of course, the last time I checked in on you, 8-10 years ago, however long it's been last time we spoke. But my bad, by the way. I suck at reaching out to people.
No, it's all good. Like, totally understood.
But that's all, actually, that's kind of why I started this podcast, too, was a way to kind of reconnect with people, too, which it's been working pretty well. Like yesterday, or last week, rather, I told you I interviewed Price. I hadn't spoken with that guy in about, 11 years also.
Yeah.
So he's doing pretty well. Got a cool ass car. He's web developer. He's doing all right. So, but yeah, this I guess I'll kind of toss it over to you. Do you want to start with? I guess you weren't born in Richmond, were you? You didn't. Did you grow up around here, or did you kind of grow up elsewhere and then move down here?
I was born in the suburbs of Chicago, but moved out to the Richmond area back in early 2000s, like around 2001-ish.
Okay. And then you stayed and grew up pretty much all the way through. You graduated 2014, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so almost all of my,
all the formative years.
Yeah, except for, half of kindergarten, which I still, to this day, they never gave me the All-Timers award because I technically didn't make it through kindergarten through fifth grade.
No, but because you were at a different school system or whatever.
Yeah,
man, I know that killed you too. You were like, son of a God dang it.
Yeah,
got you on a technicality.
Looking for all the awards, man.
Yeah, I know. They got you on a technicality. It's no fair. But okay, so you were born outside Chicago, kind of grew up in Richmond, and then I guess we'll start at high school. So when did your interest in IT and computers and all that, when did all that click for you? When did you get into it?
Well, I feel like I got into computers in general actually when I was back in Chicago. I remember one of my first memories was being on the computer, my dad's computer, old desktop, still had the turbo button on it. Yeah. Was playing some old school video games and
it sounds like a jet turbine when
it
starts up. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
And from there it was just tinkering. I got into gaming, and then naturally the desktop that I had wasn't powerful enough to run BioShock.
Is that the first game you got into?
Yeah, it was the first main
hell
one.
Yeah.
And I was
BioShock ruled. I like that game.
Wonderful intro into video gaming. But I was like, why is this running like shit?
It's stuttering all around.
Yeah.
I can't look at anything.
Yeah, so I saved up some money, built myself a desktop computer, and then from there it kind of spiraled into doing a bit of IT, some administration,
So
some server.
You built a
management.
PC back how old were you think? Seventh?
This was probably the beginning of middle school, so 6th or 7th grade.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's crazy. So you built your own PC in maybe 6th, 7th grade, we'll say.
Yeah.
That's nuts. I built my first PC when I was 23, 24, somewhere around there. That's wild, and it was complicated. I wasn't, and when you did it, it was still kind of a nuanced thing. All my friends were still buying consoles, and
yeah, and I'm still playing on consoles.
Oh hell yeah, are you?
Yeah, nowadays I don't play as many video games as I used to.
I understand.
But
busy guy.
Yeah, I've got a few things going on.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, I was still like watching YouTube videos, like Linus Tech Tips and stuff.
Okay, so
and
YouTube kind of helped you figure out how to do all that stuff.
Absolutely, huge wealth of knowledge there. Like, got me over that like hump of feeling like I'm not sure what to do. If so many other people have done it, well, at least I maybe can figure it out.
Sure.
So buy the parts and then like cross my fingers and hope to God like when I press the power button, this stuff's gonna come on.
And sure enough,
it did.
Most of the time, came on.
Yeah.
Right on. Cool. So that was kind of how you got into like IT and computers, technology, all that sort of things.
Yeah, and I was also helping out some people around the neighborhood. That was like my first unofficial job.
Was it really? Okay.
Yeah, it was like helping people with like remove viruses, speed up their stuff, like reformat their computers.
You know what? I feel like I actually remember maybe in high school I might have lent you. Remember how they like issued us laptops?
Yeah.
I feel like I might have lent you. Something was wrong with mine one time, and I feel like I maybe lent you mine to work on it and fix it for me, or something. I don't know. Or maybe you helped me with homework. Who knows?
One of my first unofficial customers.
It's wild. That's really funny. Also, cut out all the dead air. I'm finding out I'm pretty good at editing too. So when I go or if you go I can cut it out.
I can go
You can. Yeah, we can both go Okay. So you mentioned that was your first part-time job, or your first job rather, was like fixing, computers and stuff for people around your neighborhood, helping the kids on the block, all that good stuff. Did you have any other part-time jobs in high school, or I guess high school probably?
Yeah, I had a few things here and there. The biggest thing.
This is a podcast about work, after all, I guess.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
My first official job was as a lifeguard.
Oh,
so I worked at the neighborhood pool.
Really?
In Longmeadow.
No kidding. Okay.
Yeah.
I know that pool. Yeah.
Yeah. One of my friends from Boy Scouts was also a lifeguard. His name's Eric Kensel.
Okay.
Shout out
Eric. What up, Eric?
And so he kind of got me into it, and I had my first interview. I was scared shitless, had no idea what was going on
for a like pool job. You were probably like 15 or whatever.
Yeah, making $7.25 an hour.
You're just scared shitless.
Exactly. And
I have to talk to an adult. What do I do?
I have to be around people. I had so much social anxiety.
The adult was probably like 22.
Yeah.
At the time, we didn't know.
Yeah, well, an adult to me was anybody who was like a year or two older than me.
Pretty much.
Like, like Eric,
Yeah.
Like he went to Virginia Tech, and I remember like going to my first party out there and being like, "This is what adult life
This is
like."
nuts. I'm a grown up now. Meanwhile, having to wake up to go to high school like the next week or whatever.
Oh my god! But like 5:30 in the morning every day,
early.
Yeah, it was
and you lived kind of closer to our high school too. I was out in Midlothian, right?
Yeah. Well, I lived in Chester, so my bus ride was like 45 minutes.
Oh shit! Really?
And I had to drive, or I had to get driven, before I had a car to the bus stop, which was like 5 to 10 minutes.
Damn.
So it took sometimes an hour.
So we basically had to go through the same process.
Yeah.
Why did I think that Chester was so much closer to whatever?
I was like right on the border. Like,
okay.
My homeschool was technically Thomas Dale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, I guess that could take a minute to get over there.
Yeah, and I actually applied for Clover Hill, but they didn't accept me, and I still have feelings about that.
They didn't accept you? What? If they didn't accept you, what hope does anyone else have?
I have no hope, man.
That's nuts. What was Clover Hill's specialty again? Wasn't that the governor school?
Math and science, I believe.
Science.
Yeah, Maggie Walker was government and
right. Okay.
stuff.
Okay. Bird was engineering.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, there were a lot of specialty schools.
Yeah,
in
there are.
CCPS.
It's really kind of a cool program that Chesterfield does. I like that because it gives kids like a chance to test out, like specialties before going to colleges or whatever.
Absolutely. I mean, I thank my parents a lot for moving to Chesterfield in particular, because the school systems were so amazing.
Yeah. Is that why they moved down here?
Absolutely.
I think that's actually why my parents chose to raise my sister and I here as well. But yeah, hey, shout out Chesterfield County, I guess.
Shout out parents.
Yeah, shout out parents. Hey, check that out. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
Okay, so any other part-time jobs in high school, or was that lifeguarding was the first one?
I didn't have any other part-time jobs other than mowing the lawn.
Okay. Everyone. Yeah,
Yeah, I did
that.
every weekend for $25 in the sweltering Virginia heat.
It's a good way to make cash.
Yeah,
Quick cash if you need it.
Yeah, I mean,
buy some video games or
It helped me save up for my first drum set.
That is a great segue into my my next question, actually. So I guess we should probably say your current occupation. Did you want to go ahead and let people know what you're doing right now?
Sure. I am a software engineer and also a business owner.
And also a business owner.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, not quite the segue. I was talking about your drumming.
Oh,
you tricked me. You tricked me.
Yeah. Well,
your
I guess
gig as a drummer with Boogie Lights.
Right. Yes. So I've actually got 2 projects that I drum as part of.
Okay.
One of which is Boogie Lights. My friend Mark, what a beautiful, genuine human being.
Shout out, Mark.
Yeah. And my buddy Roca, who I just met through some friends, and
awesome.
we played a house party together.
Okay.
And we've ended up playing some absolutely insane shows. We opened for Afro Man.
Oh, no way.
We and just within the last 2 weeks, played a show with my favorite artist, Big Gigantic.
That's crazy. You played a show with your favorite artist.
They had a pop-up show for their biggest show of the year called Rowdy Town.
Okay.
It's at Red Rocks.
That's awesome.
Which is part of the reason why I moved to Colorado in the first place, was my first Red Rocks experience.
Which Red Rocks is beautiful. I've never seen a show or anybody there, but I've been to Red Rocks and I hiked around because there's nothing going on when I was there.
Yeah.
So,
well, for those of you who don't know, Red Rocks is just a park. So even on the day of a show, which they play shows from March 31st to November 15th, every single day.
That's wild. Every single day?
Every single day there is at least an event.
I was there early March, so it makes sense. There's nothing going on there.
Yeah.
Just my luck.
It's a little chilly that time of year.
That's fair.
But
there's a lot of snow on the ground.
Yeah, fair. But every day until 3 p.m. or so, you can just walk around the amphitheater and you can watch them sound checking and building the sets and everything.
That's so cool. Yeah, I was checking out. I checked out. I was looking for green rooms or the back rooms and stuff. I didn't find them, but I assume have you been back there or anything?
I actually haven't been on a Red Rocks tour.
Oh, okay.
I would love to.
Yay.
And they do them. You just have to book them in advance.
It'll happen.
Oh, well, I'm hoping I get to play one day.
That would be so cool. That would be incredible.
That's on the bucket list.
That's yeah, that's good to know. But so you're drumming. You're also, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to
Cut
I
me
wasn't
off.
poo-pooing on your other job. I didn't actually know that you were doing that. So I thought this was your full-time gig. So tell me about your other job again. Tell me about your full-time gig.
Well, I'm a software engineer. I work for a satellite startup that they have an office in Golden, Colorado. They have an office in SF and in Toulouse, France. They basically try to make space infrastructure as simple as possible to allow for companies to integrate onto their satellite platform as quickly and cheaply as possible.
Wow. So you're basically working with a company that you're working with communications and with satellites and space, from layman's terms.
The whole stack. So we buy our satellite.
Kit and caboodle.
Yeah, we buy our satellite bus. They call it, from Airbus.
Okay.
At least now we do. We used to buy it from this company called Leo Stella, but we have our own infrastructure that we integrate into the bus that we call the hub.
Okay.
And then all of our systems interface through the hub.
Okay.
So if a company wants to bring their hardware in or their software in, they work through the hub. They work through our software called Cockpit. And I specifically work on the test infrastructure team that allows other clients, whether it be internal or external, to integrate with the satellite platforms prior to launch.
Okay. Wow. That, I won't lie, that probably went a little over my head, but when I'm listening to this, and I listen to it 30 times in editing, and then I get it, that's the beauty of this, is I can go back and listen, and I can learn.
Fair.
So, yeah, it's pretty cool. But we'll get into all that a little bit, more as we get into the episode. But I guess we'll start with one. We'll tackle one thing at a time. So back in high school, I guess I know you were in a couple bands, right? And you were also drumming. And I guess when did you say you started drumming? When did you pick that up?
Well, technically, I started drumming back in 6th or 7th grade when I started playing Rock Band.
Hell yeah. Okay. Is that what got you into it?
Yes, 100%.
That's awesome.
My very good friend Danielle had a Rock Band set up on PS3, and I beat the shit out of that thing so much. Yeah. I actually broke their drum set.
Oh shit.
So ended up getting my own. And like my own Rock Band drum set from Rock Band, like harmonics.
Oh, no kidding.
And then broke that one.
And so you're drumming pretty hard. You got a lot of power behind.
I was doing it every single day.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like I was kind of.
No wonder you're so in shape and shit back in the day.
I was obsessive about it. I bought almost all the DLC, and I was trying to 100% full combo all the songs.
Yes.
Until the point, I broke that Rock Band drum kit that I bought the upgraded Ion dedicated
so it
drum
can
kit.
take your hits and everything.
Yeah, so those were what the pro YouTubers used.
Wow, you had a professional Rock Band drum set.
I did.
That's
yeah,
nuts.
because my friend Austin had one, and I was like, this is so cool. I want to buy one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I did, and then I broke that one.
Holy shit.
And then
Son of a true drummer.
Yeah, my dad was like, dude, you gotta use a real drum kit.
That's all you gotta do. So is that when you kind of upgraded to a real drum kit? Is when you broke your Rock Band drum kit for the third or fourth time?
Well, it was about the same time that my Xbox's hard drive failed. I didn't really have much of an option. I lost all my DLC and all my saves.
Fuck, that sucks. So the stars aligned.
Yeah.
Your Xbox shit the bed. You lost all your songs. That's so sad.
And then I got technically my first drum set from my best friend from elementary school, Mike Murphy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember Mike.
Yeah. Man, his story is crazy, too.
Oh, yeah?
Where he's at right now.
I'll get him on here if he's up to it.
Yeah, if he's not in a submarine somewhere.
Whoa, he's in a submarine? Maybe?
Yeah, he's a nuclear engineer.
Oh, you guys are engineers. What's up with everyone I know being an engineer?
I don't know. Just worked out. We have the right kind of brain problems.
I guess so, yeah. All my friends have the same brain problem. That's all right. I like you guys' brain problems.
Yeah, I like them too.
So you got into drumming after you broke Rock Band several times. I guess you said your Mike got you a drum kit, or you bought one from him, or however that happened.
Yeah, his dad hated that he had that thing, so gave it to me.
And your dad was like, "Fuck."
Well, my dad's a musician too, so he understood.
Your dad's a drummer as well, right? If I remember correctly.
He played a lot of guitar.
Oh, okay.
And was into theater.
Okay.
And so he did acting when he was younger, so he was in the scene. And loved music growing up, true audiophile, in all the stereo stuff, speakers and everything.
He's got the setup and everything. He's listening to all the old albums and everything.
Yeah, all vinyls, CDs,
all the
tapes,
vinyls.
Everything. He's the person who got me into music. So he supported me throughout that entire process. I mean, he also...
We're good. Sorry, folks. I almost ripped the recorder out of the computer, but we're good. Yeah, we're fine. Sorry, continue.
All right. Yeah, my dad, he got me into all this, and he provided a wonderful space for me and my bandmates to play in, to practice.
Yeah, down in, I remember, I think I checked it out one time, down in the basement, right?
Yes, yeah.
That was a sweet setup. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, he bought all the PA equipment, the amps.
So he really supported your musical talent.
Absolutely, he did.
And by the way, you're a damn fine drummer. I remember to this day, whenever if I have to, I don't know why I would be talking about you, but if I ever talk about you to somebody, or if I ever remember you, or you ever come up in conversation, I'm like, yeah, that dude, he has to be top 5 drummers I've ever met. Top 3. I would say. Top 3 drummers. So back in high school, after you got into drums and your dad, kind of supported you and all your friends, coming out and hanging out and making music in your basement, did you play in any bands? I remember I think we tried a musical thing once, but I sucked. So You started something with Bradley and I think Danielle and maybe some other people were, right?
My first band we put together was called Crossgate with my buddy Eric, the same Eric who got me into lifeguarding.
Oh, nice. Okay.
His buddy Cole, also in Boy Scouts with us together.
Okay. Oh yeah, are you an Eagle Scout?
I am.
Hey,
yeah.
nice. Me too.
Congrats.
Woohoo! We did it.
Yeah. I nerded out for my Eagle Scout project, but that's a whole other story.
Did you really? Well, we can talk about that.
Yeah, so for my Eagle Scout project, I did some like reverse classroom stuff with Mr. Rafferty, and Mr. Sabisti was my advisor for that.
Okay, yeah, I kind of remember that.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, reverse classroom is where you take your readings and stuff home. And like look over the material on your own time, and then you come into class and you do the assignments there.
Okay.
So you get hands-on, like kind of lab time with your teacher to go through problems.
I see. Okay.
And so we put together all the scripts for everything, did videos, created the problems, and then went through a few topics.
Yeah. And what class was this again?
This was for pre-algebra, so
okay.
kind of like trigonometry and
gotcha,
and a few things triangles.
I see. Stuff I'm really bad at. It sounds like.
Yeah.
I'm bad at math.
Angles.
Angles.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, man, they are everywhere. That's for sure. But you gotta watch out for those sharp angles. Looking at them. But anyway,
quick detour.
Yeah, quick detour. So okay, that was your Eagle Scout project.
Yeah,
nice. That's pretty cool. The band, though, we were talking about that. You said it was Cole and Eric and yourself.
Yeah, and so we kind of went through a couple different bassists.
Crossgate, right?
Yeah. And my good friend Philip was also in the band. He was rhythm guitar.
Crouch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Going to his wedding next year.
Are you really? Nice.
Yeah, I'm one of his groomsmen.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Super excited for that.
That'll be fun. Where are they getting married
at? Here in Virginia.
Okay. Nice. That'll be exciting. Okay, so now you're a software engineer. That's a tough job to get. It's very complicated. Smart people get that job.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
I don't know. I have a lot of imposter syndrome about some of this stuff. So.
Is that right? I mean, yes. I feel like you shouldn't, because before we get to like where you went to college, high school, the classes were what, like 300 people, 300 or 400 people.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds about right.
Do you remember like what your class rank was, if you don't mind bringing that up? Because I thought it was cool that
I would have preferred if it was 3, so I didn't have to give a speech. But
but it was
last minute. I think within like a week or two of graduation, I ended up being number 2.
Number 2.
So salutatorian.
Hell yeah.
And it was. That's given the task of rallying the troops in front of everybody at the Siegel Center.
How did it go? I mean, that was so many people. It had to have been 1,000 people there.
Probably, yeah. It was like the biggest stage I had ever been on at that point in my life.
Like good prep for what you're doing these days, you know?
Yeah, true. And now I live for this stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure. I love being up on stage. It's just something about it. It's just so much fun.
It gives me
Even
life,
if you're
man.
Playing for like 20 people or 200 people or 2,000 people.
Exactly.
So much fun. So we're going to college now. So you went to a pretty prestigious school, if I do say so myself, I think. But, you're shrugging his shoulders like it's nothing. So where did you go to school, Zach?
I went to the Massachusetts Institute of Technology.
Very well. That's right on. I think more commonly known as M.I.T. I don't know if more commonly, but...
Some people.
A lot of people, yeah.
Some people call it Mass Tech.
Tech. Cool. Right on.
Maybe just an insider thing, but from time to time.
That's
just
awesome.
The frat boys.
And you got your bachelor's and your master's there, right?
Yes.
That's incredible. You got a master's from MIT. That's nuts. Really cool. What was your major in?
So I majored in electrical engineering and computer science, which is one major. They call
one of your majors?
It's a single major. As in
I hear you.
ENCS together.
I hear you. Okay.
But they have all of their courses, they call them, or majors, numbered. So EECS is course 6, and there are like sub delineations depending on what focus you want. So like 6.1 is EE, 6.2 is EECS, 6.3 CS, 6.7's CS and biology.
Oh my god.
6.14 is like with economics. So
that sounds confusing.
Yeah,
a little bit.
There's a lot to it, but but yeah. So I majored in course 6.
Okay.
2. So
Course
EECS
2.
With a minor in music.
With a minor in music. Okay. Yeah. That really kind of aligns with everything that you are.
Yeah, well, believe it or not, my favorite course at MIT was kind of a crossover CS and music class that I took, ironically, from the creator of Harmonix.
Really? Harmonix is, like, what do you mean Harmonix? Like
the video game company that created Rock Band.
Oh, wow. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you meant, like, harmonic chord. Like, you know, I was like, that guy's, okay.
Yeah.
That's so cool. The creator of Harmonix, a video game company.
Yeah, and so like
that's nuts.
As part of the undergraduate association, we got to spend time with our professors, like take them out to dinner or lunch. And so I got a chance to like sit down and talk with him and let him know how much my parents hate him for keeping
you ruined my parents' life, man. All the thumping, just the tap tap.
Yeah, sorry, mom and dad.
Just kidding. That's actually really cool. It's kind of in a way you didn't meet your heroes, but like you've had somebody who had kind of a big influence on your life. In a way, you know.
Yeah, in a kind of a profound way.
Yeah,
it's a full circle moment.
Yeah, it really is a full circle moment. You're right. Wow, that's so cool. What were your other undergrad classes like at MIT? I mean, it's known for being tough to get into. It's a pretty prestigious school. I don't know, how old is it? You know, is it an old school? Or?
Well, they moved from Boston to Cambridge over 100 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it got to be like mid 1800s, mid to late 1800s.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. I think I don't know why the year 1864 sounds right, but right. I don't fact check.
Hey, I believe you. It's okay. It's not a history podcast. We're fine. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty prestigious school. I think it's pretty hard to get into. What were the classes like? I mean, you were a smart kid in high school. Did that kind of transfer over to college? Were you getting straight A's? And if you want to talk about it, you don't have to. If not,
for the engineering courses, I felt like it was like a pretty easy transition actually from high school. I mean, mostly because I was taking almost all AP classes.
Yes, you were pretty much already taking all those classes in high school.
Yeah,
when you went to
and a lot of them qualified. You know, like. Actually, you had to get a 5 on most of the exams to get credit or to them like roll over, and most of the time it was only for the very, very intro level classes.
Oh, really? Right.
And
it was like a 5 out of 5. Was
yes,
the scale, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And in some cases, it just jumped you into the next level, so it didn't actually give you credit. It was just like that's a signal that you can take the harder class.
Oh, okay. So you don't get credit for the easier class. You just have to take the harder class.
Yeah.
Ooh. Did that work out in your favor, or?
I think so.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're sitting here with a. What am I asking? Sitting here with a. But yeah, I mean, what was your most challenging course? Would you say?
Oh man, I mean,
For me, it was organic chemistry, but I'm sure that's something.
Well, that's funny story. I went into MIT wanting to be a chemical engineer.
No kidding. Okay.
Yeah. So when you start off, you don't have to declare a major. You're just like undecided.
You kind of float around and figure out what attracts you.
Yeah. And I was going through regular chemistry, which they call 511-2.
Why? What? Who did that?
Course 5 is chemistry. 111 was the intro course, so
all right.
511-2 was the advanced intro course.
They named their classes like droids from Star Wars.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, but once you're there for a while, you memorize the system.
Yeah,
and like, okay, this is what it is.
Okay.
So yeah, I got put into that, and immediately we were doing quantum mechanics.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Doing stuff with like
you need to slow it down a little bit.
Electron orbitals and everything, and I was like this is really cool, and I was well prepared for it because of Matoaka.
Okay, nice. So Matoaka really kind of put you in a good spot for where those classes, started. Like the difficulty level those classes started.
Yeah, I mean, I very much think so, and a lot of it is due to the quality of the teachers. that we had.
We did have really great teachers at Matoka.
Amazing. Like, looking back, like some of the best, like even compared to some of my MIT professors.
Yeah. Wow, really?
Yes.
I wish I was kind of a piece of shit in high school. Not that I'm not now, but I was bigger, back in the day. And I wish I kind of took more advantage of how good our teachers were, like more one-on-one time. We had this program called Lunch and Learn at our high school, where I think they gave us like an hour, I believe it was, to basically have free reign of the school, and we go, a lot. We had a lot of freedom, way too much freedom. But we would like basically go get lunch, and then you go. The idea was you're supposed to go and sit with a teacher, or sit with classmates and work on projects or schoolwork or whatever as you eat your lunch and learn. I didn't take advantage of that ever. I mostly just hung out with people that I wanted to hang out with and didn't do any schoolwork. Did you ever? I think you kind of took better advantage of that than I did. Sounds like.
I loved Lunch and Learn.
Yeah,
I was always hanging out with different teachers. Mm-hmm. I mean, not every day.
Sure.
We still had our hangout spots.
Yeah. And not always just for like academic purposes. Like sometimes some teachers were cool. Like we just hang out with like Mr. Davis. I remember him. Yeah, mm-hmm. He was cool.
Yeah, so I spent a lot of time going from classroom to classroom, maybe being a bit of a nerd. But
hey, it worked out for you.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Okay, so I've mentioned a couple times getting into MIT is, it's no small feat. Pat yourself on the back a little bit. What was the process like to apply and get in interview? Did you apply to any other schools?
Yeah,
tell me about that a little bit.
I applied to 6 colleges,
mm-hmm.
MIT, CMU, UVA, Virginia Tech, mm-hmm. Yale, and was it Stanford or Caltech? One of them.
One of those two?
Yeah.
Stanford or Caltech.
Yeah.
Big schools.
And I was planning on going to UVA.
Okay.
And I was also, I applied through this program called QuestBridge.
Okay.
Which they're an organization that helps like disadvantaged students get matched with universities.
Yeah.
And so they have a bit of a different application process than just doing it through the standard application.
Sure. And you said it was called what again?
QuestBridge.
QuestBridge. Okay, sweet.
And
shout out QuestBridge. That sounds like a good program.
Yeah, it was great. They gave me a lot of support in the application process.
Yeah.
But the way that their program works is if you get matched with a school, like you're pretty much contractually obliged to go, but it's a full ride.
Well, that seems like a pretty good contract. I would sign that contract.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I got into the school of wherever I wanted to go. And so I guess did you applied to these 6 schools and then they kind of gave you a yes or no, and then you go back to QuestBridge and they'd say, you're going to the school, and or you got to choose which one you wanted to go, and they say okay?
Yeah, you had like a ranking system, and if those schools ended up ranking you, mm-hmm. or like wanting you to apply, then you would get matched.
Okay, right on.
So I applied to, I believe, UVA and MIT through that program, mm-hmm. and I didn't get matched with either.
You did not get matched with either?
No.
Really? What are they doing?
Well, it's a more stringent program. They look at a lot of different things. They look at your economic background. Mm-hmm. They look at what you have done throughout your entire middle school, high school career.
Sure. Yeah, we mentioned the Eagle Scout with Boy Scouts of America, and
and doing the show choir band on the side.
Oh, yeah, I forgot all about that. I mentioned Mr. Davis earlier. Yeah, doing show choir band, and that's every weekend. I think that was more or less. Did you do anything with marching band too, or?
Oh, dude, I wanted to.
But where was the time?
Yeah, my dad was the person who kind of shook me and said, "Hey, man, you're already loaded with stuff. You're already doing academic challenge team. Mm-hmm. You're doing Boy Scouts, and you're trying to get your Eagle Scout and show choir band with mm-hmm. Mr. Berkeley, and you're in a band.
Outside of school
and Crossgate. So maybe
I forgot all that was going on with Crossgate as well.
Yeah. So maybe you don't have time to do marching band. And at the time I was pretty disappointed, but looking back, I can see he was looking out for me, because I truly did not have the time.
Yeah, fair enough. I would say so. Which, looking back, it's easy to see, but at the time, you didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, I felt in a way like during high school like a little invincible, like I can just do everything.
I remember that about you. I do. I remember like there's two things. If I like picture high school Zach, it's phenomenal drummer, and then like a work ethic that he'll run himself to the ground to, you know what I mean? Like it's in a good way, but also kind of in a bad way. Got to take care of yourself and all.
Yeah,
but,
well,
shout out to your dad.
Yeah, thanks, Dad.
Grabbing you by the shoulders and shaking you.
Yeah, well, I think now, like then it was like self-preservation, and like I was living off of like basically procrastination.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
oh, really?
Yeah, like I could not get my work done until the last minute.
Yeah, that's relatable.
And so the only way I felt comfortable is if I was always doing something.
Okay.
So like often I would come home and I would play video games till like midnight.
Yeah.
And I would do my assignments till 3 a.m.
Holy.
And
you were a sleepy guy. Also, I remember that too.
Yeah, and I would get up at 5:30 in the morning to go to school.
I don't understand how you slept so little and also did so well.
I cannot tell you. I mean, I would pass out in class sometimes.
Would you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like,
Did you ever get in trouble for that or anything?
Yeah, well, usually the teachers let me slide because I was doing okay.
Yeah. I told this. I think I told this story last week with Price too. But Mr. Carter, did you ever have him?
I never had him. But,
oh, okay. Well, I took what was it? AP Computer Science, I believe, with him. And I was so sleepy in that class, and I did so badly in it because I couldn't pay attention to him. I was not a good student. It is what it is. But every class I fell asleep, and he hated me. He swore I was high as a kite every time. I because my eyes were so red from sleeping, they were like bloodshot, and I couldn't stay awake. So he was like, "Tyler, what are you doing?" And he thought I was high all the time. Anyway, but he called me Shaggy. Was
oh man,
yeah. So and he wasn't high, for the record. I also had never touched weed, But anyway, enough of this drug talk. Let's get back to school. Were you at M.I.T? Were you in any clubs or fraternities or anything? Did you do anything outside of class or?
Yeah, I kind of carried all that bullshit from high school.
Oh yeah,
with
did you
me.
really?
Yeah, so I almost as soon as I got to college, I joined a fraternity.
Okay.
I joined SAE, and I kept almost all of those friends throughout all of college, and friends that I met through my scholarship, which was not Questbridge. This was another program called the Jack Kent Cooke Foundation.
What was it? Sorry.
Jack Kent Cooke Foundation.
Jack Kent Cooke Foundation.
He was the owner of the Washington Commanders.
Whoa.
He put together the scholarship program for, again, low-income students to give them the best opportunity that they could, given their financial needs.
Sure.
And they give up to $50,000 a year.
Wow.
So essentially a full ride to most schools. Not
incredible.
MIT, but
not MIT, but most of the way there. I guess some of the way.
Yeah, but the way MIT's financial aid system work, actually, I was barely able to use any of it because MIT's need-based.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So they'll reduce their scholarship amount based on how much they think that you're able to provide for yourself, or your family's able to provide for you.
Sure.
But I was able to work around it a little bit with forgivable loans.
Okay.
Took out loans and then
they paid them back with took out a loan to pay back a loan, I guess.
Yeah, they ended up paying them off when I graduated, but that was also kind of a pain in the ass because of the tax burden.
They never want to make it easy.
Yeah, it just our financial system's fun.
It is fun, isn't it? But that's pretty unheard of. You went to MIT on a full ride. I mean, that's nothing to shake a stick at. You got scholarship. Or they were academic based too.
No,
right? No, it was.
There were no merit based scholarships. It was all need based. So if you got into MIT, they gave you what they considered to be your need.
I hear you. Okay. All right.
So I had external scholarships to try to make up the difference.
I gotcha.
But I had to file those with MIT financial aid, and
then they would lower or raise. I hear you.
Right.
Okay. Cool. Right on. So let me see. All right, well, were you still in a band during this time in college? Or,
yeah.
Crossgate or a different band?
Different band. So when Eric went to college, our band basically disbanded.
Yeah, same thing happened to me. Keith and CJ went to Tech and ODU, and then our band, what were we called? Pseudo Serious was our band. We broke up when I went to college.
Oh, the only reason we were called Crossgate is because Eric lived on Crossgate Lane.
I mean, it's not a bad name for a band. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, better than whatever I could come up with.
Yeah.
Bad at naming things. Typical software engineer.
You're gonna name it after MIT's like classes. You guys gonna be this.
We're just numbers and letters and stuff.
This band is 5E113C.
That does sound kind of cool.
I mean, it kind of does.
Yeah.
Sounds like robots. But okay, so you're doing a band. You're in a band rather. What was the band called again? Sorry.
So I wasn't in like a band that I started as like while I was in college, but I was in jazz band.
Okay.
I was.
I guess. Sorry to interrupt. We should also go back and kind of say like Crossgate was like a rock metal band.
So we basically did originally covers of old school like classic rock songs.
Hell yeah.
And then started creating our own originals like based off of that sound, like
Nice.
kind of a new modern twist on it.
Sure.
We would play stuff like Bon Jovi and
Hell yeah.
like Eagles and stuff like
Led
that.
Zeppelin. Things
Yeah.
Right on. And then you were also doing jazz and show choir and stuff like that.
Yep. Jazz band in high school, and then jazz band in college as well.
Okay, nice.
And then joined like a folk band at some point with some of the
like bluegrassy type.
Yeah, like
cool.
With one of the professors there. I didn't take a class from him, but
You just kind of he knew you were a musician, and
I forget how we got connected. Somehow through email, someone was like, "Hey, like someone's looking for a drummer, and maybe you want to like slot in." And I was like, "I've never played folk in my life."
Hell yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, and then played some stuff, and that was fun.
Okay.
I was also part of the Live Music Connection club.
Okay.
At M.I.T. So they were just a club that brought together some instruments, and so we jammed out a little bit.
Yeah, they'd like go out on the patio or something and play music. For people
like
walking by or whatever.
Yeah, basically we had a spot in the student center where we would set stuff up and just jam a little bit. And
sounds fun.
Yeah, and then we played for like a talent show. That was super cool.
I bet that was cool. You play like house parties or anything ever?
Ended up playing house parties when I moved to Denver.
Oh no shit. Okay. Well, yeah. Like more recently.
Yeah.
Playing. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I mean, that's how it started with my buddy Roca. Was he found out I was a drummer, and he said, I've been looking for a drummer. I used to have a drummer, but we haven't played together in a while. Do you want to come over at some point and we'll jam? And I was like, how do you jam with a DJ?
How do you jam with a? Whoa. How? I just had a stroke. How do you jam with a DJ? There we go.
Well, yeah, it was.
I have a podcast.
Good question. He said, I just play open format, which means like
this is your buddy Roca, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he does like old school like vinyl style, so he has actual turntables.
Like turntables. Okay, sweet.
Wiki. He doesn't use actual vinyls. He uses these phase modules that attach to the turntable.
Okay.
And then they're like controllers for his music software, his DJ software.
Okay.
Called Serato.
Sweet. Sounds confusing. I mean, sounds complicated, but
he uses the turntables to like modulate the actual speed of the tracks.
Okay. Whoa.
Using Serato, and his library is in Serato, so he chooses the songs.
Okay, and then he can kind of mess with it using the turntables.
Yes,
I hear you.
So he can scratch using the turntables.
Ingenious. That's so cool.
And do what they call stem separation, which is like pulling out like drums or vocals or like guitars.
Okay,
live,
kind of. Oh, so you can like isolate things live.
Yeah, so he can play acapellas of one song on top of a track that's already playing.
That is too much power.
It's amazing.
That's a lot. That is really, really cool.
Yeah, it is amazing. Super cool what he does. He's super talented.
He sounds like it. I would love to hear more about that, but I have a very small bladder. Do you mind if we take a quick break and let me go pee real quick?
Absolutely.
All right, sweet. We'll pause and we will be right back, folks. Sorry about the interruption. Hey, pardon the interruption. I wanted to take a second to thank our first sponsor, BetterHelp. Let's be real, work can be a lot. Whether it's that one coworker who emails you like it's a legal battle, a boss who thinks urgent means right now, or just the quiet dread of another Monday. Sometimes you need more than venting to your work friends. That's where BetterHelp comes in. It's therapy, but online. It's flexible and built around your schedule. You can chat with licensed therapists by text, phone, or video. There's no waiting rooms, no commute, no awkward small talk with strangers in scrubs. It's not too weird. Your mental health matters, and not just when you're in full meltdown mode. Even a little support can go a long way in helping you feel more grounded, more focused, and honestly just more you, more human, want to feel like a person again. So I've used BetterHelp. It's great. I like it personally. I can vouch for it. So if you've been thinking about therapy, check out betterhelp.com/workfriends. You'll get 10% off your first month just for trying it out, just for being part of the crew. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/workfriends with an S, workfriends. Take care of your mind. Work will be there tomorrow. Hello, it's me, your friend, Tyler. Just wanted to say, this episode is sponsored by The Card Guys, Richmond's go-to shop for Pokemon and sports cards. Whether you're hunting Charizards, chasing rookie cards, or ripping packs for the thrill, The Card Guys have the singles, sealed boxes, and live breaks you want. You can find them at 4915 West Broad Street, Richmond, Virginia 23230. They are open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and also Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., and they're closed on Sundays. You can follow them on Instagram at _card_guys with an S. So that's THE_CARD_GUYSS_ to see new arrivals, live breaks, and events. That's The Card Guys, where Pokemon trainers and sports fans score big. Cool. Thank you. Back to the show. Yo, and we're back with Zach. Hey, that rhymed. So when we left off, we were talking about your buddy Roca and your musical project with him. I guess what would you call it? I guess a band, group. I
don't know what you call them, man.
Jam band. We'll call it a jam band.
DJ Jamtronica, like
Jamtronica.
DJ drum duo.
That's. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's pretty cool. So you said I guess you got into that. Was that in college that you met him and got into that, or
that was after I got to Denver?
Okay,
I
so
met
that's more
him.
Recent. That's right. Okay.
Yeah. I met him at a Red Rock show. We were seeing this artist called Grammatic, who's also one of my favorite artists, and that's where I found out he's a DJ. He found out I'm a drummer,
cool.
And then was like, "Hey, you should come over and jam with me." And then the question arose: how do I do that?
Yeah, how do I jam with a DJ? Yeah.
So
right, that's right. That's what we were talking about before the break.
So then he told me, he does all of this, modulation control of the software through.
Sounded super cool.
Yeah, through his DJ decks, but he can basically like mirror his screen if I just bring a monitor with me.
Okay.
So I can see ahead of time what songs that he's about to play, even if I have no idea what the tracks are.
Right.
Like, I've never heard the tracks before. At least I can kind of get an idea of where the kick is, where the hi-hat is, where the bass
see
is.
His can you see what tempo he's at and all that stuff? Pretty important for a drummer. I would imagine. Yeah.
Even though, like, I'm not looking at the tempo, I'm just internalizing it. But at least I know, like, when a song's about to drop out, the transitions are important.
You know to stop the drum beat. Yeah.
Okay. So, like, that's what's most important. I can figure out the beat in, like, half a second.
Okay.
If it's a house tune, if it's, like, a rock tune, like, R&B, hip-hop. Like,
sweet. And what kind of music, I guess, is he making? Like, what kind of music is he playing at sorry, that was a really dumb question.
No.
What am I trying to ask? I guess, yeah, what style of music would you describe this as? Like electronica, EDM type?
So mostly what we focus on is EDM. So in a lot of cases, it's kind of like new school remixes of old school classics. Like we'll put like Skrillex and ABBA in the same set together.
Nice. I'm into that. That sounds like you could dance to.
Yeah, I mean, I've got some mixes I can show you. If
yeah,
you're
please
interested.
do. Yeah, honestly, if you like, send me some mixes and I'll listen to them. And maybe like every now and then I'll put like on Instagram for the episode when I put it out there. I'll put a promotion, like a little not a slideshow, but all the pictures and stuff.
Promote me.
Yeah, I'm going to 100%. But yeah, I can put some music behind the post. But cool. Well, I want to get into more of that, a little after. A little later in the episode, but just double check, make sure I had see if I had any other questions here.
Oh, so one to answer kind of a previous question you had.
Yeah, what's up?
We play at our shows like strictly other people's music.
Okay.
But we do also produce on the side, kind of as like just a fun thing to do. I actually took some classes
on music production.
Yes.
Oh, sweet.
Both music production and like sound engineering.
Yeah.
I was in between jobs for quite a long time.
Okay.
From my job out of college to my current job.
Really? Okay.
I left my college job in February of 2023.
Okay.
And I just got this job back in April.
Okay.
So I was off the market, or I was on the market looking for a job for 2 years.
Goodness. Yeah, that's a while.
And
that is rough.
It was a tough market.
Sure thing. And was this I'm sorry, I'm losing track of the timeline. This was when you were in Boston, or this is when you were in Denver?
So
or somewhere in between.
I got my first job kind of as industry like educational like co-program.
Okay.
They call it the 6A program, letters and numbers and such.
Back up in Boston still.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I got matched with this company called Cadence Design Systems.
Cool.
And I worked there until February of 23.
Okay.
February, March-ish.
What were you doing there? What was your role what was the title of the company again? I'm sorry.
It was Cadence Design Systems.
Cadence Design Systems. Okay. And
so they work on electronic design automation tools. So essentially CAD tools for hardware designers.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So any like hardware like that Apple makes or Samsung or any of these like tech giants, they likely use the software called Allegro or Orbit to be able to manipulate different components, either to put them on a PCB or to make analog devices or just different electronic devices, chips, processors, so on and so forth. So they can lay them out they go from schematic to layout, and then they do testing, they do emulation, simulation. And I worked on a team that was tasked with essentially automating the entire PCB design process.
Okay, and PCB, what is that again?
Printed circuit board.
Printed circuit board. Okay.
Yeah, so like motherboards, like what are in your phone, your laptop.
Chips, like computer chips, basically, that is what you think, like the green, and it's got a little...
Yes. Yeah. So the boards that the chips go on.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, they can be a ton of layers, like 20 plus. They can be extremely dense. They can have a lot. Nah, man. I mean, it's complicated for anybody.
Yeah.
But these tools allow hardware designers to spend time on kind of what's important. And for a while, that was layout, trying to figure out where to place these components.
Okay.
But that became tedious as the boards got more complicated. So I joined kind of like a startup team within Cadence to do that automatically. To let a program decide where to place all the components and how to route them.
Okay, that sounds hard.
And that was actually part of my thesis project, was trying to do some pre-calculation for how to place some some connectors on the board.
Okay. So is that how you kind of landed this job? Is like working on, I guess, the same project as part of your thesis? Is that kind of like what segued into you getting this job? How did you?
It was kind of all the same program.
All in one. Okay.
So 6A was like, while I was doing my master's,
Yeah.
I was working at this company.
Oh, wow.
My
Okay.
project at the company was my thesis.
Wow, that's wild. So you're getting paid to go to school a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
is that kind of why you went after your master's, do you think? Or
yeah, like I wasn't dead set on doing the 6A program because there's a whole other application process for it. But at MIT, if you get above a certain GPA for undergrad, you essentially get automatically accepted into what they call the MEng, or Masters of Engineering program.
Yeah.
And it is pretty transparent.
Okay.
So, all of your undergrad stuff just kind of like stays as long as you're able to finish your degree.
Okay.
And so you can start taking graduate classes before, as long as you're fulfilling things.
I see. Doesn't have to be all sequential. Like you can overlap if you have the time, and the grade point average, it sounds like.
Yeah, and I knew some people who were crazy and like took classes from every different major, of which there were 20 something.
Yeah. Jeez.
And I knew people who like never showed up to lecture and aced every exam.
What?
Like I am talking like the absolute like most genius people.
Just robotic. They just never showed up for like. Maybe they had one of those things from Harry Potter, the time turner things. You know what I mean? Maybe that's why. They're in different.
That has to be it, man.
That must be. They're in whole different timelines learning.
Yeah, and I mean, to be fair, I also rarely went to lectures, but it was probably because I couldn't get up earlier than 11 a.m.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, my sleep schedule was so messed up, and that carried over from high school.
Yeah, some things never change.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just recently, I'm still not a morning person, but like I just recently lost the ability to sleep in past like 9 a.m., So
That's fair. I mean,
Yeah.
I honestly, it took me a long time to realize that a lot of those tendencies I had back in high school and like moving into college and eventually like my master's, where I felt like I had the most difficult time of my educational career. Because I went from being like kind of inundated with classes. I was taking like 5 or 6 a semester plus all this extracurricular stuff, to my master's where I was taking like 2 classes a semester.
Oh, okay. So
and
big
they
difference.
were much more difficult.
Oh, really? So did it kind of equal out, would you say, as far as like your course load between 6 classes and 2?
Kind of.
Yeah. Damn, they were that
and
hard. Wow.
I mean, not only that, like I like never had to study my entire life.
Yeah. You
like-
kind of, yeah.
It just like look at the draw. Like I just was able to understand things pretty
It just came
quickly.
to you. Yeah.
And that was true through all of undergrad too. I rarely studied for an exam. And I'm not saying any of this to brag. It's
No,
just,
you're a smart guy. I mean, that's I'll brag on you. Zach's a smart guy. So
But-
as far as smart guys go, smart guy.
but yeah, like when I got to my master's, it was an entirely different experience. It was like these things that I thought that I understood, they got so much more in depth.
Okay.
And I was in a group of peers who like they were the best of the best. Like
Yeah.
this was like 1% of the top tier.
Right. That the 1% of the 1%. Of,
Yeah, and diving into like relatively new like knowledge.
Yeah.
Right? Like these are graduate level classes. These are
breaking ground.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Breaking ground at MIT classes. Like that's what we're doing here.
yes, and they have a level of expectation for you as part of the graduate program that you have all this background knowledge. And I thought I did, and I didn't.
Oh man. So did you have to do a bunch of like work on the back end to kind of get up to snuff, you feel like?
I was in LA hours like all of my free time. Like
Really?
like as soon as that stuff started, I was like, what am I doing? Like I
What's
just
happening
don't
here?
get this.
Yeah.
Like what changed all of a sudden?
I don't understand this. What is this?
Yeah.
I don't understand this feeling.
And, having 2 classes was also hard because I used to thrive under the pressure. So I had a lot more time.
You had a lot of free time,
and I feel like I wasn't spending it, effectively.
Yeah. you have a hard time like relaxing and kind of?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I felt like I
get that.
I was like, oh, well, I'm like paralyzed. Like I need to do these things and I can't.
Mm-hmm.
So I would do stuff like play video games all day, like I did back in high school. But now
you don't have the time for that.
I didn't have the raw like power like to be able to get through it because I didn't have the background anymore.
Sure.
So I started to struggle a lot during my master's.
And so what did you do to end up, you just went through the lab hours, or you said LA hours?
Yeah, lab hours. I went to a bunch of TA hours.
Just put in the work and grinded through it.
Yeah, and I found that a lot of other students in those classes did the same.
Okay, yeah, I was going to ask, were they struggling too? Because you said they were like the 1% of the 1%, like the smartest people. So, did they struggle a little bit too, you think? Or?
Yeah, I think what it depended on the course. Mm-hmm. The ones that were a little bit more generalist, I could definitely tell like there were other people in my position where like I felt like a fish out of water. Like we've never seen this before, but none of them had seen it before, so that's fine. But then there were other courses like when I was getting into computer architecture. And like nonlinear dynamics and like control systems and stuff.
Oh my God, yeah.
Where I was like, these people like are doing like, research on the edge, on the split.
They're like creating that. They're like creating the knowledge being taught, I guess, in that class or whatever.
Yes. Yeah. Like they are experts in their field.
Literally cutting edge like stuff out of it. That's insane.
And I was like, I can't keep up with them because they have been studying throughout their entire undergrad careers, like all of this background
on this specific
and
thing.
I jumped into it and I'm like, I didn't know any of this.
Sure.
Like
that'd be daunting. Yeah.
Like when I took that nonlinear dynamics course, within the first week, I think it was the first day, our professor went over a review of linear algebra and like covered concepts I had never heard before.
You were like, fuck, this is a
and
review?
30 minutes into the lecture, on the first day, he was like, all right, that concludes our review of linear algebra. Like, on to the next stuff.
Now let's start this.
Yeah. And I was like,
hold on.
What do you mean?
I have questions.
Like, what's a Jacobian? Like, how do you do, like, all this, like, matrix decomposition? Like, I'm still, like, trying to catch up here. And it didn't stop.
It just kept on going for another hour or however long the classes were.
It went on the entire semester.
Jeez, oh God, it never stopped.
Yeah, I mean, like, some of those classes, to be fair, like, the exams, like, the distributions were pretty wild. Like, I remember taking one class where I think the average was, like a 30.
Oof.
Yeah. So, like, I didn't feel bad that I got, like, a 16.
Fair enough. Yeah, hey, that's...
But it was definitely extremely humbling. And, like, I found that I needed to change my study habits. And, I was still struggling with trying to figure out why it was that I kept, like, procrastinating through all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, it seems so obvious in retrospect, but like realizing how bad I have ADHD.
Yeah, same here. I around I think 25, 26, I was like, I can't remember anything, and I can't pay attention to what anyone's saying. I think I have ADHD. Yeah. And then, sure enough, I went and got diagnosed. Yeah.
As it turns out, my hyperfocus was like school.
Yeah. Okay.
It was learning all of those things. So I was like, oh, this is awesome. Like, I'm just, like, doing all this stuff.
Having a great time.
Yeah.
Not a bad hyper-focus to have,
I mean, just luck of the drug.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, thank you also, Mom and Dad, for supporting me. And,
yeah, true. They did do a good job of that.
Yeah. But, then I got to my master's, and I was like, well, I have no idea how to, like, live in this environment.
Right.
Like,
kind of hit a wall a little bit.
Yeah. And, I could see it during undergrad, too, like, kind of where the cracks were. And I was like, well, I'm still, like...
I'll worry about that later.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm not, like, super comfortable with who I am. And
sure.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, people are telling me I'm doing okay, so maybe I shouldn't feel bad, but also, like, I don't even know if I deserve to be here.
Right. And, and also, I mean, you had all that going on in your head, and you're also first time away from home, I believe, right?
I wanted to get away from home, though.
Oh, okay, all right, so that was a good thing then. But, I mean, you're also out on your own and, kind of being, like, quote-unquote an adult for the first time ever. So that was going on, too. You're, 18, 19, 20 years old. You're a young kid. I mean, we're still kids at that point, so.
Yeah, but, in a way, like, it felt like for the first time in my life that I found my home, like my people.
That's awesome. And yeah, you stayed up there for what, 7-8 years after?
7 years, yeah.
7 years, there you go. And then, I mean, that's incredible. I honestly thought that you had like roots up in Boston from before.
I'd never been there before campus preview weekend in April of 2014.
Okay.
They flew like all of the incoming class out to Boston from all over the world.
That's so cool
to experience the weekend. And like M.I.T, like they play up everything to like try to get you
it's
attracted.
M.I.T, yeah.
Right.
How many kids was it? How many kids were there?
Let's see. I think our graduating class, I think all the undergrads is like 4,000 ish.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a big class.
The entire, so it's 1,000 per class. 4 years.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was around there. Maybe like 800, 900 was our class.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact numbers.
Somewhere around there, though. But right on.
But yeah.
That's wild. Okay, but yeah, you kind of fell in love with Boston, stayed up there.
Yeah.
Made a little life for yourself for 7 years or so.
I found my crew, dude.
Yeah, you found your crew. That's awesome.
I joined a fraternity. I met some of the best people in my entire life. I still keep up with so many of them.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
A bunch of them came out to Denver a few weeks ago for that show that I was talking about for Rowdy Town. And then were there when I got to play with Big Gigantic.
Incredible. So they got to see you play with
Big Gigantic. Which was not part of the plan.
No, but
be fair. I texted the group chat. I was like, hey guys, like I'm freaking out right now.
You're never going to guess what you're going to see.
Yeah. I'm like, that artist that we're going to see at Red Rocks? Like, I'm about to play with him.
Well, he reached out. That's so cool.
So,
that's probably pretty surreal. I mean,
unreal. Like, absolutely, one of the best moments in my life.
Dream achieved. Just check that off the bucket list.
Yeah. But awesome. Like, I'm here because of the support of everybody around me. Like, I've just got beautiful friends.
Yeah,
that's a beautiful family. And
that sounds like kind of the theme of your story. Was you had the great support from teachers growing up, great support from your mom and dad growing up. And everything you do too, you like school, drums, IT, computers, all that.
Going to festivals.
What's that?
Music festivals.
Yeah, music festivals. Hell yeah. That's such a cool. You got a good support group, which is awesome. All good friends too. I remember that's another thing about. I know I keep remembering things about you from high school, but like you had a good friend group with Danielle and Davis and the two I remember off the top of my head, but there were more. Yeah. I remember there was a whole group of you.
And we still get together every year.
Do you really? Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we just got together for a vacation a few months ago. We went up to Portland, Maine, which, I've been to a bunch being in, Boston for 7 years.
Okay, yeah.
But
never been up. I've never been up to Boston. I've never really been up past New York, I would say, like Rochester, New York. I've never been past that, but I would like to.
Yeah, so it's beautiful up there, man.
All right, well, one day we'll get up there and see Boston. We'll visit your old stomping grounds.
Amazing city. There's so much history, so much good food. I know people are gonna shit talk it, but
nah, no one will shit talk it.
But
all 40 of my listeners.
Yeah, it's also it's a great location for young professionals.
Yeah,
there are so many schools in the area. The public transit. It's one of the best in the U.S. Which,
public transit?
Yeah. Maybe is not saying much in terms of, like, a comparison to other countries, but but still.
In the U.S., though?
Yeah, like, top 5 for sure.
Subway systems, train?
Yeah, they've got the T, which, is a combination of underground and overground.
Cool.
Like, streetcars and stuff,
That's
buses.
pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Right on.
So when it's not burning, on fire.
Is that a common occurrence for the
It happened a few times here and there, but
is it like a protest on the British or something again? This
No.
is Boston's. They hate tea.
No,
they hate it.
It was just their faulty mechanical systems.
Okay. Bostonians.
Yeah.
But
that's what happens when you've got like 100-plus-year-old system.
Yeah.
You gotta keep it maintained.
I bet. But right on, man. Well, that's awesome. So let's talk about I won't keep you for too much longer. I know it's starting to get late, but I forgot where I was going to go with that. Oh, that's right. So, love Boston. You know, you spent the last 7 years of your life there. Recently, you just up and moved to Denver in, you know, May 2024 or somewhere around there?
I moved to Denver back in September of 2021.
Oh, shit. Oh, wait, what?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've been there for the last 4 years.
Oh, okay. Wow. I thought that was way more recent for some reason.
No, I honestly, there's a whole other story associated with this, and I'll tell you later. But
Okay, sure. Yeah, we don't have to get into it if you don't want to.
But no, I just mean like it's
a whole thing.
Yes,
I gotcha.
Yeah, it's a whole side story. I could talk about it for like
side
another
quest.
30 minutes. But you know, I went out to Colorado for the first time in late 2019 for a New Year's festival called Decadence.
Okay.
That happens at the Colorado Convention Center.
Music festival or
Yeah,
okay.
an EDM music festival.
Right on.
And up until that point, I was only like tangentially interested in electronic music.
Sure.
But my good friend at college, Jorge, was also in my fraternity, who also was my coworker at Cadence, because I like kind of led the hiring.
Oh, did you really?
I was one of the I was definitely the youngest person to be hired on the team. When I got hired as part of 6A,
and
then I basically hired all my friends.
I was gonna say, and then 4 of your friends.
Yeah. But I mean, they're all amazing engineers.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
They all deserve to be there.
Right. It was deserved. It wasn't just, you know, because they were your friends.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I just happen to know them
Yes.
and vouch for them.
Yes.
And I mean, that's the way it works. You know,
Yeah,
I mean, I could say that even till today of
Yeah,
me getting like hired in my most recent company, I got a referral, and I think that was one of the biggest reasons that I got that job.
Absolutely. I mean, same here. Well, not my most recent job, but the one before that and the one before that. Yeah, referrals, people I knew, definitely. It's all about who you know. Sometimes.
A lot of the time. Man.
A lot of the time.
It's like surrounding yourself with the proper people and being ready when an opportunity arises.
That's true. Definitely. Being open, not having an open mind. I feel like, but let me think. Oh, right, moving to Denver. So I guess you said you didn't want to get into it, like the why we moved.
Oh
there.
well, yeah.
Well, we don't have to.
No. It's cool.
Okay.
So back, I went to Decadence back in 2019. That was my first electronic music festival. My buddy Jorge invited me out.
Right. That's what we're okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Awesome.
so went out to Colorado for the first time for this festival and was immediately welcomed into a wonderful community of people. Like this was like another eye-opening experience for me, just like M.I.T. was.
Yeah.
In that now I was in this kind of safe space where I was free to be the kind of person that I wanted to be.
And people were like kind of receptive to you and like welcoming.
Very much so.
I felt the same way. I don't remember if we were started the episode or not before, but when I was talking about Rockville, the music festival, that was my first music festival. And I mean, I think about it all. I've never felt more at home than at that music festival, surrounded by 10,000 strangers, all jamming out to, you know, Slipknot or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, but.
And now, like, come to today, like, I literally just drove back from Arrington, Virginia, where me and a group of 30, 40 friends got together at Grizz's 7 Stars Festival.
So sick.
And
oh, you're wearing a sweatshirt. Hell yeah. And a hat too. Hell yeah, that rules.
Yeah, got the merch.
That rules.
But this man Grizz has built the most amazing community around electronic music and being open and accepting, you know, inclusive.
Yeah.
And like kind of setting a new standard for like what it means to build a community, what it means to throw a music festival. And this was, you know, his first after coming back from this 2-year hiatus.
Okay.
And like honestly the greatest group of fans I've ever met.
That's incredible. And it's such a good community. It's like, especially after, you know, COVID and the world being so isolated from each other, I feel like finding a community that you feel comfortable with outside of your family or like your friend group, whatever you grew up with. It's important to find a community like that, and it's even more important to create communities like that, like it sounds like your friend has done.
Well, I think friend is a strong term. But...
I said friend because I couldn't remember his name at the. What was his name? I'm sorry.
Like my friend or the person who started the festival.
Person who started the festival.
His name's Grizz.
Grizz. Right. His hat.
Yeah, his first name's Grant, but yeah. So I mean, he's been making music for probably 15 years now. Yeah. Started off like playing, bars for PBRs and everything.
Sure.
He actually made a huge announcement like at the end of the festival telling like people how grateful he is that all these people rallied around together.
Yeah.
And like take care of each other, and that's like what we need.
Yeah, it absolutely is. I couldn't agree more. Between Rockville, there was another. Actually, I went to another music fest called Crowfest, which was just like a little local Richmond music festival. It was like little Richmond artists, and it was in some guy's backyard. There was probably like 200 people, but it was cool. I mean, it was just a bunch of strangers, but I mean, everybody was so friendly, and it was just us hanging out basically in some guy's backyard for listening to great music and just having a good time. It's important.
Yeah, like even just a couple months ago,
go to a music fest, I think is what we're trying to say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just a couple months ago, my buddy Mark, aka Boogie Lights, was booked for a festival and invited me to come out to be part of his live band for it. Like kind of an opening year festival. Out in the mountains of Colorado.
So cool. Now, is this Boogie Lights the band that you're with currently, right? Yeah. Okay. This is how you got into the band?
I got into the band kind of just from knowing some people, right?
Like we are again
being right place at the right time.
Yep.
I got asked if I wanted to come jam with the band. He was putting some stuff together to play this show, and he had seen Roca and I play at some point, and I had been to a few of his shows, and he was in like our local community.
Yeah.
And I'd seen him grow, and I was super impressed. And
sweet.
The community he's built, the common theme.
It's it's just kind of common theme. Yeah.
It's just all him, he and just so many others like trying to help bring other people up,
bringing everyone up, and bringing everyone together, kind of, and
yeah.
And
so he reached out to me and was like, I'm playing this show at Bluebird Theater, which is like a well-known venue in Denver.
Okay.
Like I want you to be part of the crew, and like up until this point, like I've never been in a band this size. Like I definitely have never played like a venue like this in particular.
Right. It's a 10-piece band, right? Big band.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did a little bit of research before. I looked y'all up a little.
Yeah, we got some videos on YouTube.
Yeah. I'll plug them.
And yeah, so like so many moving parts, a lot of prep work for it. I had to learn like an entire album worth of music.
Yeah, like original, mostly original.
Yeah. All his music's all original.
All original. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and sometimes on a pretty short schedule, like for some shows, like I'm playing a show next week.
Yeah.
In Steamboat.
Oh hell yeah.
I don't know where we're gonna play yet.
You say you don't know where?
No, I don't know the set list, but
okay.
But we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out on the fly.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the theme, you just roll with it.
Yeah. Hey, also be prepared.
Yes.
You know that one. That's really cool. I guess so. About the band, I want to talk about Boogie Lights in particular. I before the podcast, I thought that was your full time gig these days. Which I find out you're a software engineer, also stellar, very cool. But with Boogie Lights, I guess I just kind of wanted to know. Well, my first question is, how did you land that gig? We figured that one out already. I guess how often do you play, and how often do you play out in front of people, and then how often do you practice? Like, what's that look like? And then also, you're across the country right now, so and you have to play soon. That's probably tough.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of traveling around.
Yeah, I try not to stress about it too much.
Okay, sure.
Only
Sorry
so
to bring
much.
that up.
No. I just mean, like internally, I don't stress over it because that is out of my control.
Sure. Yeah, definitely.
I think there's a lot of wisdom in that.
Yeah.
Being like, all right, well, there's nothing I can do, so prep the best that I can, and put on the best show that I can.
There you
go. I'll be prepared, but I can only do with I can only do as best as the information that I have.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's not worth it to worry about things that I can't do anything actionable with.
For sure. That makes sense to me. I'm the same way. If you can't, worry, if you can't fix it, there's nothing you can do about it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
What? I don't know. I feel like that's bad advice. But do you guys so my band, we practice, I'd say once a week, give or take, like every Wednesday. Do you guys have like a set practice schedule, or how often do you guys do that?
So when I started off in the band,
or is there?
When I started off in the band, it was a lot more frequent.
Okay.
Because we had a lot of kind of moving parts, a lot of new members.
Oh, and you had a lot of stuff to figure out because being a new member.
Yeah, and I knew very little of his music aside from just what I had heard at shows. And we were playing unreleased stuff.
Very cool. Yeah.
So
it's kind of hard for you to practice on your own or beforehand.
Yeah, so because he has to send the mixes, and then sometimes he would edit them. He would change stuff up completely. He would drop tunes from the set list. It's just what he's a DJ, so he's trying to fit in hours of music, and sometimes things have to go.
Sure,
but we'll practice as much as we can, and then things change.
Yeah,
so you have to be ready.
It's got to be on the fly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, and being a drummer is pretty support role. Not to downplay it or anything, but as long as I know roughly what the structure of the song is and where the transitions are, I know the whole song.
Okay, you can kind of improvise and
yes,
do little drum fills here and there, and make things work, with the song.
Yeah, where it gets tough is where he's like, I want you to do something different here. I want you to play hits on these particular beats. I want you to drop out here. I want you to do solo here.
Oh, I see.
So,
he wants you to do something specific. That's the parts that get kind of complicated and where you have to watch out for. Okay, yeah, I can see that.
And so for those things, to prep for a full show like that, I will take notes of the entire set.
Okay, and just have them over on a little music stand or something.
I have a tablet that I put right next to my kit.
Right on.
And I will read off of it during the show.
Okay.
All my notes.
You call your notes, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Are you? I did have a question about your kit. What kind of kit do you play?
So nowadays I play a fully electronic kit.
Okay.
I use a Roland TD50.
Okay, that's
KVX.
Cool.
And so, honestly, it's mostly because it makes it a lot easier to set up and
transport
because they've got all the bags ready to go.
Transporting a drum kit is such a pain in the ass.
It sucked during high school.
I'm sure,
especially in my piece of shit 1992 Chevy S10.
Yeah.
Bitch was falling apart. But man,
you lugged that drum kit around though. Anywhere
it kept me going.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, my old Pearl. I actually just moved most of it out to Denver.
Your Pearl drum set?
Yeah.
Okay.
My first real big boy drum kit.
Yeah.
After I guess it was technically my third real drum kit. It was Mike's kit, and then I bought something off Craigslist. I don't even remember. It was TKO brand.
Nice.
I don't know, super.
Some Chinese drum kit.
Who knows, man? Where it came from?
Yeah.
But then I saved up from all the lawn mowing to buy my first real kit. Went to Guitar Center and got myself a Pearl Vision VBX.
Nice. I bought that bass on the wall right there with my first job. I think I saved up $400 from Jersey Mike's.
Oh, yeah.
And then I went to the music store, bought that, and quit Jersey Mike's.
Mike's Way, baby.
I hated Mike's Way. It stunk. It was awful. No, it wasn't that bad. I did get a free sub every shift I worked, so that was pretty sweet.
Yeah, as long as you don't get tired of the subs over and over again.
I did. I got tired of the subs, so about 3 weeks in. But
yeah, then not so much.
Yeah. But okay. Tour. Are you guys recording anything or touring? If you can talk about it. If you can't talk about it, that's okay.
So Up until this point, most of my participation in the band has just been for the live shows.
Oh, okay.
So, we'll practice. For that first show, it was, I think, 4 or 5 times leading up to the actual final show. Mm-hmm. And then we played a bigger show at the end of December of last year, 2024, that was more technical, but we didn't have to do as much prep because people had practiced together.
I see.
And then most recently, we'll only need to get together maybe like once or twice to run through. Like for the festival, we just got together once beforehand.
Ran it through and you were good.
Yeah, I took some notes. He sends out the final mixes before the shows. This one I got like 2 days before.
Okay.
So
a little bit of time.
I was like listening to it on like 2x speed, like trying to figure out
48 hours to figure this out.
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, that's just what you got to do.
That's fine.
It's fine. Like, that's his process.
You just kind of roll with it. You're like, it's fine. I got it.
Yeah. I mean, there's
do what I can and not worry about it.
Yeah. I think I only gained that confidence through actually going through the experience of, okay, like you got to play this show, you got to figure it out. And at first, I like way over prepared
for sure,
taking like intricate notes.
Yeah,
and then while I'm playing, I'm like, I can't read all this bullshit.
Yeah, I'm not fucking worried about that. Totally relatable. I completely understand that. Yeah.
And so I'm like, all right, now I figured out my side of the process, what works for me. So I focus on the things that I don't know. Because that's what's most effective.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. The things that you struggle with is what you kind of focus on.
Yeah.
Almost a little bit like with when you were in your master's classes. Things that you struggle with, you kind of focus on. You're like, all right, I'm going to drill down and figure this out.
Yeah, those things hurt, though.
And you did. Okay, those hurt. Drumming's fun, though. So at least,
Yeah, I mean, it's...
I love playing the drums. I'm dog shit at it, I'm sure, but it is fun.
You don't have to be good at the things that you love to do.
That's damn straight. You're exactly right, Zach. I think I agree. Well, I think that. Oh, I did have one more section, and then I'll let you go. I promise. So I did a little bit of research. I found out you're a car guy. I didn't know that. What's that about? Okay, so I meant to write down notes, but I saw that you had a BMW, there was an Audi S4 on there, and then I think I saw was it another Audi or was it a Mazda or something that you had? Didn't you have was it 3-door car that somebody had in high school that it was like a Mazda that had 3 doors, RX-8?
Oh, an RX-8. My buddy Robert had an RX-8.
Okay, all right, that thing was kind of cool.
He let me do donuts in it.
Did he? That thing was kind of sweet. Fun. Okay, for some reason I thought that was you, but I guess not.
Until it burned up the apex seals. Those things are notorious for being unreliable.
Really? But it had 3 doors, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah. And it was a stick.
What? Huh, okay.
Yeah, I learned on a stick. Like, I've been driving pretty much all stick cars.
Have you? Still to this day?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, my daily driver and pretty much all of my other cars, except for the ones that I rent out on Turo, are manual.
Okay, that reminds me of your Turo. Yeah. So you told me earlier that we can get back to like your personal car. I want to talk about like I guess you've kind of restored cars and kind of worked on cars a little bit, and it sounds like you have a bit of a collection, maybe. Cool, right on. Hell yeah. I had my truck, and then I had a 2012 Genesis Coupe 3.8 GT.
Nice.
And I love that car so much. It was my first car I bought out of college.
Yeah.
I just sold it like a month ago to it was just time to go. It was 2012. It was starting to show its age. Mm-hmm. I just got a new paint job on it. I did some other restorative stuff to it, and I was like, it's now or never. I got to sell this thing. It's the most I'm going to get for it. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just going to become a problem from here on out. So
it's like getting rid of your child, like signing him off.
It really was. It hurt. I'm not sure I made the right decision, but that's all right. It's fine. Anyway, enough about me. I want to hear about your cars. So let's talk about Turo first. I want to hear. You said you had a little side gig going on with that.
Yeah. So it's been a bit of a dream of mine since like high school to just have like kind of a collection of different cars.
Me too.
And
I know I liked you.
And, I kind of got into it through some friends who had some cool stuff. I actually bought that Mazda Speed 6, which was kind of a special car because it was like a one-off. It only was made for like 2 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
is it
like
a hatchback or is it a sedan?
Sedan.
Okay.
Four-door, 6-speed manual, turbo, inline four, all-wheel drive.
Nice.
You know, it's
all-wheel
like,
drive too.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, and it was pretty tunable. Although mine blew up on me.
Oh, son of a bitch.
But eventually rebuilt that thing with a buddy of mine, actually Jeff Hansinger from high school.
Yeah, I remember him.
So he's always been into working on cars or fixing like bikes, like four-wheelers.
Okay, been kind of a handy guy always.
Absolutely. I always looked up to him for that because I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
I'm just now at 30 years old getting into my riding lawnmower is currently broken, but a month ago the starter quit on it and I replaced it, and basic stuff. But like I'm just now starting to figure out how to like fix things as they break around being a homeowner. It's another part of it. Yeah. So it just it's good to have those skills. So Jeff, though, he helped you with that. Which car was it that you were restoring?
With the Mazda.
That's
so
right, yeah.
I bought that Mazda back when I was in college. Probably shouldn't have. Definitely because like it was just absolutely covered in rust from being in the Northeast. Mostly
bought it in Boston.
Yeah. Just like down the Cape, actually, like like maybe an hour from Boston. I picked this thing up, like took it to go get inspected. Immediately they were like, has a hole in the exhaust, rust everywhere. Shit. You should take this thing back. And I was like,
no, but it's fun. But it's so fun.
Yeah, and then I immediately found out how much effort it takes to keep some of these like project cars and the fun cars on the road.
Gets expensive after a while. That's literally why I got rid of my car. I was like, all right, it's starting to cost me money. I paid it off a couple years ago, and as soon as it starts costing me money, that's when I'll get rid of it.
Yeah,
AC went out. I had to replace a couple things on it, and I was like, all right, it's time.
Yeah. So I had that. I had that one for a couple years, and then I found, like, right at the beginning of COVID, I found a great deal on an Audi S4, also 6-speed manual.
Yeah.
Kind of like the older brother in a sort of way, right? Like a little bit more luxurious, more refined.
Yeah, big brother.
Yeah. And so I bought this car, and then within... Well, what's the order of events here? I remember I drove out to Chicago during COVID, like beginning of COVID, like April, and I was one of the only people on the road.
Awesome. That was such a good time to be on the road back then.
Yeah, I mean, I was doing it to go...
No, I mean, I'm being serious. Like, just you on the road?
Yeah. I had to drive to my grandma's funeral, unfortunately.
Oh, no. I'm sorry.
So, no, it's fine. Like, so it was a long drive, like, I don't know, like 16 hours or something. The longest drive I had ever done by myself.
Oh, jeez. It's such a sad... such a sad drive, too. My condolences. I'm sorry.
It's all good. All good. But, like, hit a massive pothole on the way out there, like...
a terrible time.
Yeah, I had to get a new tire and everything.
That's a rough day.
But yeah, I came back from that trip, and I was like, oh god, it was a cheaper, like kind of an econo car, so the windows and everything were thin, the doors are thin, so it was like hurting my ears, especially like having the modified exhaust and everything.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, I don't know, I kind of want to like upgrade to something else. So I bought the Audi. And then within a month of me buying that Audi, I blew the motor on the Mazda.
Oh, on the Mazda?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say on the Audi. I was like...
No, like, honestly, the Audi's been pretty solid for me.
Okay. You still have it?
Yeah. I bought it back May 2020, and I still have it to this day. I've done a ton of work on it.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's been in, wreck. Like, it's been in a wreck that I've, like, recovered it back from...
That's the same. I did that to my car too. I had like backed into a mailbox, and then an 18-wheeler's tire blew up on me. had to do a bunch of restorative stuff to it. Yeah.
Actually, that thing's been in multiple wrecks because a kid rear-ended me
Son of a bitch.
in a snowstorm coming back from band practice.
Oh, of course.
And but I put that bumper on by myself.
You guys had a drum battle right there on this side. How dare you?
It's like I have to contain my rage because this guy's like 17 years old. But done body work on it. Thanks to Jeff for allowing me to use his buddy's shop for all that and
Thanks,
keep
Jeff.
it up in Idaho for like 9 months.
Oh shit!
But
well, thanks, Jeff's buddy, I guess.
yeah. But yeah, did all the work on that, like replacing all the airbags and the bumper, and
that's a ton of work.
Yeah, it is a ton. You remove the headliner and the windshield and everything.
We may have already said it earlier, but what got you into like fixing cars and like trying to figure out that's just necessity, or like was your dad into it, or?
My dad was into it when he was younger. He would like engine swap like old Beetles and stuff.
Didn't he have a Saab?
Yeah, he had multiple Saabs.
He had multiple Saabs?
Yeah,
he had all the Saabs I've ever seen.
Yeah, well,
in person.
He had a Saab 9000 when I was growing up. That thing,
you don't see those anymore. You don't see Saabs ever.
No, and then the motor blew up on that.
Oh man.
Then he got a 9.3, and that thing was a pain in the ass to maintain because it was like after GM bought them, but they were still like kind of Saabs.
They were their own like special thing.
Yeah, and like the ECUs were impossible to figure out. Like they're so expensive to work on because nobody wants to work on them.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like he worked on some things, but like I kind of got the experience out of necessity of buying a piece of shit to work on car and then being like,
in college and
don't have the money.
Yeah, I gotta fix this.
Yes, like I made this decision. Now I gotta live with it.
The shit.
Yeah, so I'm like, Jeff, help
please,
me,
please
teach me how to rebuild an engine.
Yeah, having a good friend that knows how to do that stuff is a good way to learn. That's how I'm doing it right now. I'm working on my truck. When you leave here, if you look at my truck. If you're a policeman, please don't listen to this. If you look at my truck, there's no inspection sticker on it because it currently needs new ball joints, I believe, and it needs new wheel hub or something on the front. Anyway, I'm working on it. My buddy Eli's, shout out Eli. My buddy Eli's teaching me how to do all that stuff. Let me use his garage. Same deal you and Jeff sounds like have going on. So
yeah.
But
it's a little long distance being in Idaho, me being in Denver.
Yeah,
but
stuff. Is that where Jeff is now? Is it Idaho?
Yeah, Idaho Falls. Yeah, I keep messing it up with Idaho Springs because it's just outside of Denver.
Okay.
But
well, hold up. There's Idaho Falls in Denver.
There's Idaho Springs in Denver, and there's Idaho Falls in Idaho.
Okay, you see my confusion. There's
yes,
a lot of
100%. I said, I get confused.
All right.
But yeah, we run the Turo business out of Idaho for now.
Oh, right. Oh, you and Jeff do?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
We co-own the business.
Yeah.
We also
that's cool.
Yeah, we also have an RV on Outdoorsy as well.
What? That's awesome.
It's currently not technically part of our like Z&J Auto business, but we're like working on doing some consolidation because we just formed an LLC.
That's awesome. You have like a legit business. That's cool.
Yeah, and we got like 1099K is it?
Okay, yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
And yeah, so now we're how many cars do we have now? I think we have 3 Audi Q7s at this point, plus the RV, and then I've got like I think 5 more cars on top of that, just in projects and like other random
stuff you're working on. And
yeah,
that's awesome. Right on, man. Okay, well, I think it's getting late. I'm sleepy, and I gotta pee again. And I'm sure old Ted here just wants to get on the road, go back to camp, or go back to the hotel. I really appreciate you coming on the show, man. It's been a pleasure catching up with you and seeing you again after 10 years or however long it's been. Been way too long. But anything you want to promote before we head on out?
Let's see. Check out my bands, I guess. If that's what you want to call them.
Yeah, definitely.
Part of 2 groups, Roca and Zumbo on Instagram, and Boogie Lights and the Boogie Bunch.
Hell yeah!
So Boogie Lights Music on Instagram, and if you're listening to this and you're in Idaho Falls or the Denver area, potentially soon. check out our Turo business.
Yeah, there you go. Any shows coming up for Boogie Lights?
Yeah, so I've got a Bluebird Theater again in January 24th.
Okay.
And that'll be the full production.
Okay, the
It'll
full
be lights,
production.
lasers,
Whole kit and caboodle.
everything, full band.
The whole shebang. But, all right, man. Well, yeah, there you go. Check all that out. Thank you for listening to Work Friends Podcast. Thanks for sitting with us another week. Shout out to Zach for coming on the show. Really appreciate it. Yeah, again, follow us on Spotify at Work Friends Podcast. Like and, oh boy, I fumbled that. Like and subscribe on YouTube. You can, give us 5 stars. I guess we'll catch y'all next week. Thank you. Bye.